Hello and welcome to video number 5. We're going to talk about getting access to the plugin that we recommended. We're going to install it and we are going to configure it so that you can get started. So the installation process is really easy. All you have to do is simply go to codecannon.net, purchase the plugin that we recommend for $30, and this is what you have. So you download it. You're going to see several folders. You're going to see a documentation folder. So if you ever get lost, you click on this file here, the index file, and it'll walk you through the process of installing and everything like that. But of course, I'm going to walk you through it anyways, so you don't really need that. And of course, you'll have access to the Indeed-Membership-Pro plugin. So this is the plugin right here. And all you have to do is figure out the location of the plugin here. Next, you need to go to your WordPress site. So go back over here. And what you need to do is under plugins, click on add new. All right. So after that, you click on add new, you click upload, you'll be sent to this screen here. You click on choose file. Then what you need to do is locate the plugin, which is this one here. Click open, click install now, and that's it. So I've already installed it, so we're not going to go through that process. But once you've successfully installed it, you will see Membership Pro Ultimate WP down below on the left-hand side of your sidebar here. So if you click on this here, this is what you're going to see. So it's actually fairly simple once you get the hang of it. But what you see here is you're going to see the total members per level, the levels per transaction, and the last 5 registered users, and the last 5 transactions. So as you can see, we've installed this, so this is a clean slate, but this will give you an idea of your overall stats, which is nice to have, your earnings, your income, your total users, and more. So now up at the top here, if we zoom in, you can see users, which will allow you to see all your users. You can add users, you can edit the users, you can see the levels, which will allow you to access your free levels, your paid levels, any type of levels that you create. And of course, you got payment services where you can actually integrate with PayPal, Stripe, Authorize.net, and more. You have showcases, you have social logins, you have coupons, you have URL blocks, you have transaction notifications, opt-in settings, and of course, you have general options. Now, to begin, if you click on general options, you can see that you can create the default pages. So as you can see here, these are pages that you can create. So you can create login pages over here and then specify that, hey, this is the login page or this is the logout page. Another thing about the logout page is when somebody logs out, you can actually direct them to a page, and sell something else. You have your user account page. So you're obviously going to have to go ahead and go under pages and click add new. So pages, add new. And for example, the login page, you can create a new page here and then specify that over here. So if this is the login page, you can specify this here. Now, what's nice about this plugin is you can create things over here, but then over here in the pages editor, you can see you have MP Locker and MP shortcodes. All right, so I'm going to talk more about this later on, but I just wanted to show you kind of an overview of how everything was laid out. So if we go back over to here, and we'll talk about that later on in the later videos, but I just want to show you an overview. But opt-in settings allows you to, integrate with Aweber, which is an autoresponder service, which allows you to build your list. MailChimp, similar, GetResponse, Campaign Monitor, iContact, Constant Contact, and there's a lot more. So there's a good amount in here, and you really only need to pick and choose just one. In fact, I would recommend either Aweber or probably GetResponse if you can start out. Those tend to be online business friendly. MailChimp is also really good as well, but the only downside with MailChimp is, one thing to note is when you build your list of customers, and you want to sell, let's say, somebody else's product as an affiliate product, MailChimp does not like that. They only like it when you sell your own products. So keep that in mind for flexibility. Aweber tends to be a little bit more flexible. GetResponse tends to be flexible in that aspect. And MailChimp is good as well, but I would use that probably only if you were looking to, sell your product and then not really promote anyone else's product. But MailChimp is very high and well known, so your deliverability rates, of course, will be pretty high as well. So that's something that you're just going to have to weigh in. But you should only just use one. So with that said, now that you kind of understand a general overview, before we talk about levels, let's talk about payment services actually. So under payment services, if you click this will allow you to basically enter your information, your PayPal information, to get connected to PayPal. So as you can see, these are colored. So if I've already set up PayPal and Stripe, but if you were to set up, let's say to checkout, you click on this, you can press on. What you need to do with to checkout is you need to get your API username, API password, and all of this information. If you do have a to checkout account, you can ask them, what is your API username, password, and all this other information, and just fill it in. So once you fill this information in, it will automatically connect to the system. So it's actually very easy once you have this information, and this information will be given to you by the payment processor themselves. Next thing we have is inside lockers, and this allows you to lock the content within your WordPress posts and pages. Showcases basically allow you to create different forms like register forms, login forms, subscription plans, and account pages. And of course, social login allows you to connect to Facebook, Twitter, Google, LinkedIn, and all that, so that if somebody else has, let's say, for example, a Google account, they can simply click that and log in, and it's pretty much hands-free, allows them to log in really quickly. Then, of course, we have coupons, and coupons allows you to give discount coupons, which is definitely a must if you want to kind of do scarcity. Then, of course, we have URL blocks. You can literally add a restriction, like let's say somebody tries to access a certain URL, a certain page, and you target a specific user or level, you can redirect them to a different page. So if somebody, let's say, is a free member and they're accessing like a paid link, like you put the paid URL here, and then you specify like free level, and you can redirect them to a specific page. So you can do something like that. Then we have transactions. Of course, this will be transactions. So as you make sales, these will actually show up. So as far as the other features go, a lot of them are actually built into the levels themselves. And I'll show you more about levels, how to create them, and all the other features within them later down the road.